Okay. Okay, awesome. It is Webinar Wednesdays, and we are live, and I am not at London Real Studios, but instead I'm at home because we are doing a cook-along with Mariana, the love of my life, and she's downstairs actually preparing this incredible dish. It's got some lentils in it, some chicken, some eggs, you name it. So it's all about to kick off, but I just wanted to show you a little bit of the greenery of London. You've seen me out here grilling. Are purists when it comes to charcoal, and I get it, but with my gas grill I can grill pretty much all seasons of the year, winter, rain, you name it. And so I like doing a few steaks out there. And also, one member that's also going to be joining us tonight is Gizmo, and you would have seen Gizmo in different okay, Gizmo got away that time. In different iterations, he'll be back in here, as well as a few other just random appearances from different people. And back there is kind of the London skyline. You can't really see it now, but there's the BT Tower and Canary Wharf and all those buildings and things like that. So super excited to have you in my home. I'm going to give you a little bit of tour, and then we'll go downstairs where Mariana's been preparing like a mad woman to make, apparently, I think, a curry from scratch. So it's going to be super cool. You get to watch how she prepares food for me at home, and just kind of the things we eat and all that good stuff. And I'll be giving a few shout outs to some people from last time. So let's go cruising now through my household. We are here in North London, the city that is now my home, and a few neighbors over there that don't want to make cameos today, but you know, that's totally understandable. So let's cruise in through here. This is the bedroom. I don't know who is that handsome guy. Who is that handsome guy? Are you kidding me? So yeah, that was on my 40th birthday party. Did a little photo shoot. But this is where you would have seen me take my meditation picture, and this is where we get our sleep on. You would have seen our sleep video I did for Bulletproof. Was filmed in here as well, like a couple years ago. And yeah, as you might expect, I've got my meditation gear right here, which is my headphones you would have seen in the meditation webinar, and my eye patches. So yeah, I really actually do. I actually do the things I say. So there you go. And yeah, this is it. We like to keep this room really simple. One thing I learned a long time ago is don't have any kind of a multimedia device in here. So no computers, no televisions or anything silly like that. We got a little Buddha going on here, thanks to Mariana as well. But otherwise, it's pretty simple. Oh, and I got this. Check this out. I got this for Father's Day. #1 dad medal. I was wearing around my neck like Flavor Flav on Sunday. I was pretty proud. So, you know, it's pretty cool being a dad because you get things like this. The other 364 days of the year is not as cool, but that day, it's super cool. So we'll take a little stroll here and find out what's going on in the house, and then we're going to head to the kitchen. But right now, there's rules to enter this room. There's some detailed rules, but it basically involves me not allowing to be going in there without specific protocols and things like that. So let's just go see what's up. I think I'm breaking the rule right now. But what's going on here? We got some reading going on here. What's up? What's up?
iPad?
Map of the world, little iPad. We might be making a little cameo later down in the kitchen. You want some lentils Mommy's gonna make?
Ooh, yes, please.
Okay, all right, we'll be doing more of that later. Apparently, London Real isn't that cool right now on YouTube. What's cool right now on YouTube? Tell me.
Good Mythical Morning.
Good Mythical Morning. Apparently, those guys are really killing it, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to learn from them. Apparently, Stampy Long Bottom is old news. PewDiePie?
Never watched him.
Never watched PewDiePie. Anyone else I should know about? Okay. How cool is London Real on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 being the coolest thing ever, 1 being not cool at all.
Well, probably when I'm older, it'll be around 9.
When you're older, okay.
Yeah.
And right now?
But right now, it's around...
What number?
4.
4. Okay, 4 on the cool scale. I'll take a 4. That's good. Okay, I'll take. Oh, just real quick thing. This is a bit of the man cave where I do my book reviews in here. I got a little, little balcony out there too. So it's good for thinking and, all that kind of planning stuff, right? All right. Enough about that. Let's get to the cook-along. Let's get some food. This is the first live webinar we've ever done out of the studio. Go ahead. But the studio came to us. We're walking. And the crew is here. We got everybody in effect. And they're all prepared. So it's nice not to have Winston. We got the cat instead. So here we are rocking, everyone in the house. Of course, Dre is manning the controls. And Brandon as well. Look at the London Real branding, like always, right? Always. So he's manning the controls. In here, Julian's manning the food into his mouth. As always. There he is, as always, an expert. This is what happens if you're the crew here. You get like hummus if you're the crew. Homemade hummus and all that stuff. So there it is. And the lady of the hour, quite much more important than I am right now, Mariana herself. Darling, you're looking amazing.
Welcome to my house.
You've got all these things going on here, all the ingredients.
I'm
about to put this camera over on the tripod, and I'm going to let you get to your work and all that stuff. But we really put you on the spot by doing this, didn't we? We didn't really even ask you. We just booked it, right?
Mm-hmm. Normally, he does the talking in the family, but today I'll step up.
Well, baby, you kept overshadowing me in all the videos, including the Valentine's Day cooking video. Stole the show, and I'm used to being the center of attention. And so, I wasn't used to it at first, but everybody pushed me, and they said we got to have her on. So this could be an old spin-off for you. It could be your own show.
Thank you for putting me on the spot.
Okay, you're welcome. Yeah, uncomfortable.
We'll be appreciated later.
Yeah. So there you go. Look at this. She's got everything set up. I'm about to go. I just want to say one note for everyone watching is that, darling, you're cooking in heels. Can we just see what's going on here? I mean, that's crazy. And that's what happens every day here in the household. All right. I'm going to put this over on the tripod. I'm going to let her get started. Then we're going to get back to some of the rules and all that. But I think we should just get started with the cooking. I know a lot of you are at home with the ingredients. If you could tell me where you're from in the world and type in also what is your favorite dish to cook at home. So that's where you're from, favorite dish to cook at home. Julian's manning the phones. We're going to be keeping an eye out. But in the meantime, let me give it over to my much better half. Okay, here we go. Look at that. Okay. There we go. Okay, we got the flowers over there. Okay, awesome, right?
Awesome.
So, darling, what do you have planned for us? How did you decide this dish? If you could tell everybody what has been on your mind, it's all you.
Thank you. So we're gonna make some green lentil curry. It's very simple. I will do it from scratch. Some people stay away from curry because the spices are quite complex or they're not really sure. But it's actually very simple. Once you get over the fear, it's very simple. We're gonna do it right here. And then we're gonna talk some about eggs and how to determine how old they are. And that's the importance of how you're gonna cook them.
So what, you have to tell how old an egg is?
Yeah.
Like as if it's 2 years old or 3 years old or what?
Basically, when the egg is fresh, there's a very little air pocket on the top. So when it gets older and week passes, that pocket increases and the consistency of the egg changes. So if you're trying to make a scrambled eggs of eggs that are a week old, it's just not going to happen.
I didn't know that. Okay, so what are the eggs doing in this dish? What are we cooking?
We're gonna garnish it with the softly boiled eggs. So we're gonna do the curry, we're gonna do the rice, and then we're gonna garnish it with softly boiled eggs.
Did you already tell them the dish? Did I just miss it?
I did. If you're a vegetarian, we're gonna poach some chicken eggs.
Okay, so green lentil chicken with.
Yes.
And then you're gonna poach the chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to highlight, I always loved chicken all my life, but I always grilled it. And we grill it on the grill and it's fast. But when you poach it, it tastes so much better. And that's the stock you're going to poach it in?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Poaching the chicken, it just makes it taste like all the better. And then she's going to top it off with a soft-boiled egg. Is that what's going on here?
Yeah.
Okay. Beautiful dish. I love it. Like she said, if you're vegetarian, the lentils are money in the bank. I think it's some places in India, like where you go and they just feed the poor people and stuff. It's like lentils and rice. You can survive on lentils and rice, right? So, but all right. But before we do that, we have to find out if the eggs are good.
Yes.
Okay. All right. It's all yours.
So this is my oldest egg, and I'm gonna just drop it here. Okay.
I'm gonna switch to Cam here and get a little bit of a close-up.
Okay, yep, it's pretty old.
Okay, so that's an old egg because it sank to the bottom?
It sank to the bottom, and you see how the top is like sticking out? This is the air pocket, so it got bigger over time and the water evaporated. This is another one. This should be laying on the side, kinda. Yep. And these are the...
Did you pre-check these eggs? Are these like are these fixes? These
No,
eggs?
I do.
Right,
no,
okay.
I do believe the stamp.
Okay, all right,
I'm following the stamp.
Oh, you're following the stamp. Okay.
Yeah, I've been sourcing them for a... Okay, this
demo.
is the freshest. So it just goes...
Is it buoyant? Flat. Oh, it goes flat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So it sinks? Is that it?
You see, this is sticking out.
Oh, and that means it's old.
Yeah, this is the oldest.
Okay.
And this is the fresh one.
Okay. I didn't know we were going to get an egg test today.
I got some coconut milk.
You just got coconut milk in your hair. That's nice. So you know it just got real. Okay. All right. So that's the egg test. What's next?
So
I'll switch back to wide.
Yeah. Sorry, baby.
It's all right. So, all right, that's the eggs, but we do those at the very end, right?
Yeah, we do that in the very end. I'm just gonna crack this one.
Okay.
And see the consistency. We're not gonna need... Yep, it's pretty old. You see how the white is separating? And it doesn't... this is the fresh one.
Again.
I'll take a fresh one.
think...
So if you try to poach an egg like that, it's just not gonna happen. It's gonna spread out. You see the two layers? And this is a fresh one.
And it's got that big layer.
It just sits perkier.
Okay.
This is good for poaching.
All right, I trust you. So you got to use new eggs, not old eggs, is what you're saying.
You have to use new eggs for scramble eggs and for poaching.
Okay.
And if you want to boil some eggs and just softly boil them, you need to use them like a week old. So they're easy to peel. The membrane is separated from the egg. And,
all right. Enough about the eggs. Let's get to the lentils.
Fine. So, yeah, we have the lentils here. I'm just going to roast the spices. I'm going to roast the spices.
You're going to roast them. So what are the spices? Walk us through what's going on here.
So we have some cardamom pods that I already crushed.
Can you show those to the camera?
Cardamom pods.
Okay, cardamom pods. All right. You would have got these at home already. So cardamom pods.
We have some cumin seeds.
Cumin seeds.
Fennel seeds. And some coriander.
Bring them up close.
Coriander seeds.
Okay, camera's there. Okay, so fennel and coriander seeds. Okay, you're going to take all those. You're going to roast them first?
Yeah. I'm going to just quick roast them so it releases the aroma.
Okay. And then walk us through everything. So you're going to roast those pieces. What else is happening at the same time?
I'm going to chop the onion.
You're going to chop the
garlic.
onions?
I'm going to peel and grate the ginger.
Ginger?
I'm going to take the zest of the lime and then squeeze the juice out.
Okay, so zest of lime, peel the ginger, the garlic, the onion, and the tiny... What's up with that chili pepper? I mean, we like it hot in this house.
Oh, you're going to like it. That's
okay.
pretty hot.
All right, that's good. Now, what about the lentils? Where are the lentils?
They're here in the real mug.
Nice. Okay, very good. Branding. Can I see them in the inside? Okay. Yes. There are the lentils in there. It doesn't look like a lot of lentils. Is that going to feed a family?
Yeah, that's going to be pretty good.
Okay, I like lentils. Very good. Okay. That's it? The stock's over there. What's the coconut milk for?
It's about the lentils, basically. We're going to boil them with curry.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to let you jam on that stuff. I'm going to check in with the academy. Is that good?
Okay.
Okay. Is there anything else you need to explain to us right now?
No. I think we all got it.
Okay. All right, good. Julian, who do we got coming from around the world?
We have...
Dre, I'll switch back.
Camilla, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Oh, yeah.
You gonna turn around? We got Camilla
quick turnaround.
from Poland. She's staying in Edinburgh. She loves homemade pizza.
Okay.
Favorite of mine as well.
Homemade pizza, that's good. That's Camilla from Edinburgh, right?
Yep.
Okay, good.
We got Louise Carter, who was on our AMA yesterday.
Louise, the star. Louise, apparently there's rumor is that she's already been contacted. She already has her own television show in the deals. And Mark's going to be like her co-host. And that's it. You know, they're famous. If you missed it yesterday, we did a Tribe Talk, which is a Academy-only, members-only AMA, and we featured Mark Wind and Louise Carrier, and they are like the accountability buddies who have taken their game to the whole next level. and they were just amazing. I just spoke with Mark today, and the spreadsheet that he showed yesterday that they use to make each other accountable, like every day of the week, he's going to post publicly for founding members and have a whole Google Doc and everything. So pretty cool. A few more things for you guys later. Who else we got in the house?
We've got Brian Ensign from Canyon Lake, Texas, and he's a big fan of feijoada.
Feijoada.
Brazilian.
Oh, wow. Okay, so Brian from Texas, feijoada. Okay, so I spent a good amount of time in Rio de Janeiro, and at the Copacabana Hotel on Sundays, right, baby? Sundays is feijoada day.
Pork ears.
They have like 8 different kinds of feijoada, and they have like a pork ear feijoada, as I touch my own ear, and they have all these other feijoadas. And if you don't know feijoada, do you know it? You know it. Julian pronounced it right, so he must know. It's originally was a poor people dish, and you would throw in like all the cuts of the animal nobody wanted, and black beans, and just it's like a dish. But now, of course, it's a delicacy too, right? Yeah. So wow, okay, feijoada, nice, very nice. What else we got?
Dave Legion in Richmond.
Dave Legion, all right.
Curry every time, he says.
Curry every time. Okay, you're going to like this, Dave. Dave's the man. He was a semi-finalist in that Virgin competition. The whole academy rallied around and voted him up. I think I voted the next day, though, so I don't know if my vote counted, Dave. But Mariana voted. Look at that. Not playing around here at the academy. So Dave's really killing it. Thank you, Dave. And you had a comment last webinar. I want to get to you in a second. So good. Curries are great. And like Mariana said, they're intimidating, right, babe?
Yeah.
Some people find them intimidating, right?
Yeah.
Why is that?
The complexity of the spices, and it's not something like it's not something that my mom used to make. It was quite unfamiliar for me.
Yeah, you're a white girl. What do you know about curries?
Pretty much, yeah.
Right, but they are intimidating. Like, you don't know what it is. It's like complicated and it looks hard, but you just break it down by the steps, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're gonna check that out. All right, a few more, Julian.
Who else we got here?
This tripod's working pretty good, huh?
Got Victor here in London. Loves to cook seafood paella.
Okay, Victor, seafood paella, very nice. Good dish, and that's a dish that you can learn to cook, right? It's not too complicated, I think.
Yeah.
I think so. All right, good. We're gonna get back to you more later. Now I want to ask you the next question, and then we're gonna get into some of the cooking here. What is the dish, at home that you wish you could cook? So what is the one that you'd like to be able to do that's maybe healthier for you than what you normally would cook at home, or something you think is just a little out of your comfort zone? So if you put that dish in here, I would love to hear kind of what's on tap. Maybe it's curry, maybe it's not. And now I'm going to go back and hit up with some of the rules, right? Yeah. And I want to give a call out and give some t-shirts away too. All right, so here we go. Back. All right. Darling, this is what we do every Wednesday, right? Okay, easy with the knife. All right, so here we go. Just want to thank everybody for coming last week. It was really cool last week, right? We had Jamie Alderson here. It was how to lose body fat and keep it off forever. So we're all skinny now. Julian's over there like, yep, all done.
Not after yesterday.
Julian's finished, and they're all going to eat lentils here after we're done. So that's all good. But everyone really seemed to enjoy that. Dave Legion, who I just talked about, he said his big takeaway was mindset with Jamie Alderton. And it was, right? I mean, Jamie said at the very end, he wrote identity, didn't he? And he was like, the reason that the weightlifter or the bodybuilder is a bodybuilder because he tells himself he's a bodybuilder. And so it's like, make it your identity and then make it true, which was awesome. I love it. Like, Jamie didn't try to come in and say, do your 6-minute abs or anything. He was really mind changing. So Dave, thanks for that. Jem said he was heading to the garden to do some squats right after that. Awesome. Elliot Reeves said thanks to Jamie. He's a class act. He's totally a class act. Actually, Jamie became a founding member of London Real Academy today, fully paid. He's in, so and he's just rocking it. So you can ask Jamie any questions. All of you founding members can friend him now and send him direct messages. Jamie's super cool with his time. He just gives lots of great energy, and we love people like that. So awesome. T-shirts. It's time to talk about the t-shirts, right? We were gonna have my t-shirt, my Academy t-shirt here, but it has no sleeves on it, and it's stinky, right?
I haven't worn.
So we won't bring that one out for you, but if you want one without sleeves on it, we can send that to you. But let me go consult with Julian. Have we decided who is going to get the t-shirts for the week, and was it close? Because a lot of people think that I run the show around here, but it's not really true. So who's going to get?
It's a no-brainer this week. It's got to be Louise and Mark. After yesterday.
Louise and Mark, you stole the show, okay? And now you're like those kids in class, the teacher's pets, okay? And you got to deal with the other people in the class, right? Julian had the same problem. And so it's hard, right? So you guys win the t-shirts. So let us know your sizes and we'll send those out. That's one to Birmingham, one to Amsterdam. And again, if you really want to watch that again, it was amazing. It's on our, we put it on the activity feed, right? But it'll be on Left Hand Nav Bar soon. And just watch the chemistry between Mark and Louise and the way they make each other accountable. It's crazy. They're talking like every day in the morning. They direct message on the academy. They check with each other multiple times a day. And by the end of the week, by Thursday, if they haven't accomplished their goals or they're on the track to their goals, they actually start clearing up their weekend and canceling like personal time.
That's no joke.
I know. Weren't you guys inspired by that?
That's pretty damn serious.
I was like, wow, I thought we GTD'd over at London Real Studios, but we're going to be hiring those two as a consultant soon. So congratulations on the t-shirts. It's all good. We're giving away 2 a week now. So it's really to the greatest Academy members, and it helps just by frequency, by everything. The reason that we had Louise and Mark on the Google Hangout yesterday is because they post like pictures of their spreadsheets and they like always on the activity feed. So super inspiring. So please, the more rich media, the better, right? I'm a sucker for rich media. Yeah. So, and I'm on that activity feed like whites on Mariana's rice. She laughed. So post that rich media, pictures, videos, anything. Our web posts her pictures, her meditation, her 5-minute journal. Love it. So cool. Should we check in? Let's see how the chef is doing. Baby, our entire meal is in your hands, so this isn't just a Hollywood issue. Can you tell me what's going on over here?
Okay, I've roasted the spices.
Okay.
I just leave them to cool down. It normally takes like about 3 minutes. I have the onions, and I'm just gonna
You're gonna go
Wait,
roast them.
Yeah, is this so no? Yeah. Okay. All right, I'm gonna go a little close in here. So we have the roasted spices. Can I just see what those look like? Look, what a nice mortar and pestle, huh? Where'd you find that one?
You had it.
I bought that one before I met her.
Yeah, he was fully equipped. This is how he stole my heart. Everything. He has everything in the kitchen.
I'm telling you, the
You know.
mortar and pestle gets you a long way because it shows that you're serious, right?
Yeah.
Something's wrong with you to like mortar and pestle. All right, so what do we got here? Let me see. Okay, wow, and they're really brown and they smell. Well, I hate to say it, roasted. So there we go. Those are the spices. Now you're gonna grind them up. Okay, go. That's the mortar.
That's
pestle
gonna
is
take a
cool.
while.
Well, are you gonna grind them or you have a pre-ground? Okay. All right, now I'm gonna go through the kitchen. What's happening over here? Just things heating up.
We have the oil here.
Okay, so the oil is going. Okay, we're going into.
Onions.
Okay, there's onions in there. And by the way, this is the scene of the crime here where Valentine's Day happened. I don't know if you saw that video. We'll post it later as a link. But I was cooking Cookalong underneath here because I cook once a year, right, babe?
Yeah.
And you have to flame it with cognac. And I dumped a whole bottle of cognac in. But it was a little tiny bottle, like one of those like get drunk on an airplane bottles. And anyways, and so I dumped it all in there, and then we turned the lights out, and I lit it, and the whole flame went like all up underneath here. Yeah. And Julian got a great screenshot in order to promote this. So thanks, Julian. So all right, so that was this, and it's still okay. Everything's all right, but it could have not been. We got onions here. Like the smell of onions roasting just doesn't get old ever, does it? Babe, just can you tell me like some of your philosophies in the kitchen? And I mean, Mariana cooks what, 6 nights a week?
6 to 7 nights a week.
Why do you cook so much? Why do you enjoy the kitchen? Why? Tell me.
Well, I guess it's subconsciously. I mean, people formed by culture, and subconsciously, I always see my mom in the kitchen or my grandma cooking. So I cannot imagine not doing that for my family.
What culture are you from?
I'm Bulgarian.
Okay.
And for the people who don't get my accent, Dre's gonna put subtitles later on.
That's good. And baby, there's some people from the States and they wouldn't know Bulgaria from Belgravia. So can you explain where Bulgaria is, and if you had to describe the culture, how would you describe it?
Oh well, I'll say it's pretty Mediterranean.
Okay.
I guess everybody knows Turkey, so we're next to Turkey.
Not everybody knows Turkey. So it's a European country, but it's on the Mediterranean and on the Black Sea. Well, it's on the Black Sea, actually.
Yeah.
And so just north of Turkey and the Bosphorus. So that's where it is.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And so you're saying that there's a culture of cooking.
A culture of cooking, and I never cooked when I was younger. I was never in the kitchen, so I guess somehow it left a mark on me. And it's creative, it's fun, and this is how I express my love to my family.
Ain't that the truth? And my belly gets the benefit, right? And Julian gets it sometimes the next day, right? Sometimes, and yeah. So it's crazy. Mariana really cooks quite seriously, and it is 6 or 7 times a week, and she goes all out. Like what you're seeing here isn't really just for show. As a matter of fact, I would argue, babe, that this dish is even a low maintenance dish compared to some of what you do. Sometimes she's got like 8, 10 pots in here, and she did this to do this. But what'd you make the other night? It was like scallops cooked in the shell with potatoes in the shell, and she'd made a fish stock for that, and it was like 6 hours later, and she was like, boom.
Yeah.
But you find it meditative.
It's very meditative, it's very calming, and it's very creative. I never follow a recipe, I always adjust it to our taste, and one dish never can be repeated in my kitchen. Yeah, just modifying what you like.
Good, perfectionist. Now, what's it like to cook for me? Because you know I kind of have like a gluten-free policy, and you don't cook anything with gluten, right? What's it like, and how have you adjusted your cooking, or how do you make choices when I'm really picky about no gluten and other things?
Well, when we moved in together, I felt quite panicky because he doesn't eat
I
bread.
felt panicky too.
He doesn't eat bread.
Okay.
He's gluten-free, and my just everything around was around the bread in my culture. We eat bread with everything. It's like a wrap for actually our food. And we went gluten-free, and there's so many options out there. It's who you are. It's like, we're gluten-free.
Right, and you make it work. You have gluten-free flour, and you make everything either work without gluten, or you make other alternatives, rice-based carbohydrates, potato-based carbohydrates. We don't really miss it. All of your noodles are rice-based noodles, and they just, like, all of her pastas are rice-based, and you wouldn't really know, except like after you eat it, your belly doesn't feel like you want to lay down for a day. So, and Julian, you've had the pasta. Can you concur?
It's amazing, yeah. You certainly wouldn't know it's gluten-free.
Right, except for after you eat it, you might know because you can move.
Yeah, it just digests really easily.
It does. All right, babe, you're going to keep cooking there. I got to talk. I'm going to go to questions in just a second here. I hope you're cooking at home, by the way. If you are actually cooking at home, I know Arwa, Lisa May had bought ingredients, so let us know how it's going. I guess I don't know if we're giving you a lot of direction here, but do we need to give them a little more direction, darling? Or how are we doing here?
Well, while the onions are getting like softer.
Right, so we're cooking the onions soft.
Yeah, we're gonna do the garlic.
You're gonna slice the garlic.
Yeah, we're gonna grate the ginger.
Grate the ginger and do the spices.
Yeah.
Okay. Do the lentils have to be doing anything or soaking right now?
No, they're good.
Okay, no soaking. All right. Okay, cool. I say we go through some rules, right? Babe, you know the rules?
I think so.
Okay. Dre, you want me to restart that one?
That's cool. I can go to it if you want.
Yeah, it's frozen over here.
Oh,
so.
is it? Okay, yes, please.
Okay, cool. All right, I'll start it here. So, rules of the Academy. Let's do it. Number 1, baby. What's the first rule?
It's respect.
Wow, she knows them. Respect. Okay. Why do we say respect, darling?
We have to respect each other and our differences.
So as the Academy is getting bigger and bigger, and we had a whole talk about this yesterday, it's just important to really keep those rules standard because everyone's being really vulnerable. Like, you know, Louise and Mark, and even Louise said that her friend said thought she was a little crazy being so open, but she's already got so many great results, probably a lifelong friend in Mark, and so it was all because she posted things on her profile and was really open. So, but in order to do that, we need respect for each other. So first rule, respect. It comes from martial arts, jiu-jitsu, or just in general, good manners. Respect first. So first rule, respect. Second rule, Julian.
Love.
Love. Go figure. Love. I think that every action should come from love, and if that just means love by keeping someone accountable, or love for just like the way that you want to treat someone, I think if we all start off with that thought of love, then everything comes great after that. So those are 2 big ones, and it's a great way to start things off. And that brings us to number 3. Darling, do you know 3?
I know vulnerability.
Vulnerability. Very good. Let's be honest, you can't get results very fast if you're not vulnerable. And again, just going back to Mark and Louise, the teacher's pets for the week, if they weren't vulnerable about everything they needed, and if you're not, by putting your pieces in your profile, then we're not going to know how to help. And we really are all here to help. And so, Dre, I'll switch back on this. And so, so being vulnerable is super important, and Dre just added a feature where you can put your buddies into your profile, and that's accountability, money buddy, meditation, and we just created body buddy as well, and that's going to be someone that's going to help you with your nutrition and your fitness. And so if you post those now, we can see if you're paired up, and if not, our brand new community manager, Noura Naker in the house, who's amazing. She's going through profiles now and seeing who has them and who doesn't, and she will match you up. If you ask her, or even if she sees one that's not there, she's going to match that up. So super excited to have Noura on there. Get vulnerable. The most important thing, and I'm telling all new members this, post them on the activity feed. Just post your goals and be like, here we go. I just posted Dre's goals, didn't I, on the activity feed?
Yes, you did.
and I was like, before I posted them, I was like, oh, should I ask Dre? And I was like, it's the academy. So Dre's goals are on the activity feed, but they're on his profile anyway, so it's okay, and that's what we're doing here. So I think it's the way to get maximum fast results is by doing that. So there you go. That's number 4. Number 3. 4. Rule number 4.
Action and accountability.
There you go. Action and accountability, super important. The first 3 rules are great and fluffy, but we could all sit around and get nothing done. So action and accountability, again, going back to Mark and Louise, they get stuff done. You know, they have a plan. They have a 4-week plan. They have a 3-month plan. They have a 1-week plan, and they actually get things done. And I was talking yesterday during the drive talk.
Ryan,
Yeah?
the camera's still frozen.
It is, okay. All right, this one, I'll switch back. Cool. So I was talking yesterday during Tribe Talk and about actions. Is that if we do actions, it's hard. You know, when you try to get things done. I mean, ask Julian and Dre, right? I mean, like, how long is our action list at the studio? I mean, like, we just finished like getting all the masterminds information up, and I joked at the end, like, now we can get back to our normal work. So like, it's long and it's hard, but at the end of a week or a month, we look back at what we've accomplished. And it's like, it's pretty cool. Right, Trey?
Definitely.
It's pretty amazing. And so, but it's not necessarily nice the whole time. And that's resistance talking again. It's going to make you want to watch TV instead. It's going to make you not want to go training. Before Mariana's training sessions, how do you feel about it? Like when you wake up? Right?
Absolutely
I got
dreadful.
I got face. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard sometimes to get this work done, but that's why we're all here, for support. So we need you to take action and be accountable. If you didn't do it, we're going to say, why didn't you do it? Yeah, why'd you skip that workout, darling? You didn't.
I haven't.
You haven't. Okay, she hasn't. Okay, 5th one, last one.
Damn.
It's the main one.
Jesus, Julian?
Just when I thought I was out of a job. Have some fun.
Fun. Okay, we're having fun here. Final rule, it's got to be fun. I didn't always used to know that rule. I lived most of my life with 4 rules. So fun, it's got to be fun. Even this should be fun. Mariana was stressed about this last few days, getting ready, but now she's having fun. So that's cool. That's good. So those are the rules. If you're new, just understand them. If you want to become a founding member, just understand that we're going to be close. Again, I got to say, I'm not happy about this, but I had to throw a couple members out last week because they just weren't following those rules, and I didn't like their vibe, and I just don't want any one bad energy because it might make someone be like, I don't want to be vulnerable today, and then boom, we just missed a chance to make someone's life better. So please follow the rules. There's a 1 strike, you're out policy. It's pretty ruthless. So just be cool. That's all it is, really, right? It's just be cool and get things done. So there you go. Mariana's jamming here. We're gonna go back. Oh wow. Okay. So here we go. You've just added to the onions, the chili.
The chili, the garlic, and the grated ginger.
Okay, chili, garlic, and grated ginger is now in with the onions. Now, babe, a lot of people might now think it's going to get complicated now with the curry. Can you explain to them that it's not?
Not at all.
Okay, now what are you doing with the lentils?
Well, I just
Say
washed
cook
them.
along. Cook along.
Yeah.
All right, so you wash the lentils.
Yeah, I washed the lentils. I'm gonna add them now.
Okay, so we're adding the lentils into the mixture, which is the onions that have been, what do you call it when you cook onions in oil? There's some fancy name for it. If someone knows, put it in the chat, please. And the oh, it smells really nice. So it's ginger, chili, garlic, onions, correct?
Yeah.
And the lentils are going in now. You put some water in the lentils? Is that
I
what you
just
did?
wash them, yeah.
Just wash them. Okay, so
So-
here we go.
Add them here.
And cook cam. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good actually. Okay, so you're trying to get the flavors into the lentils, right?
Yeah.
She made this the other night, and there was like so much spice and stuff coming out of this kitchen. But when you tasted the lentils, they were like you give me the look. No, this is a good thing. They were like nuclear bombs of like spice flavor. Did you see how the face went from like I'm gonna kill you to I love you? It happens like that around here, so you gotta be careful. Okay, so that's going on there.
Yeah. We're gonna add some turmeric and fenugreek seeds.
Okay, turmeric and fenugreek seeds. Okay,
Those
okay, good.
in.
All right, and you're gonna start the chicken at one point. Okay, good. Julian, I'm just gonna go back to the calls. Did we get any of the dishes coming in? Are there any questions coming in? If you have anything, let me know.
Yeah, we've got Matt here who says he really agrees with Mariana's philosophy about cooking being meditative, and about it's a way to be creative and show his love. A lot of people, when they were talking about the kind of dishes that they want to be able to cook better, roast dinner was coming out.
Roast dinner,
A few times, yeah.
like a roast chicken dinner.
Yeah, roast chicken, yeah, roast dinner.
Roast chicken. So Mariana makes roast chicken every Sunday, right?
Yes.
Uh-oh, we got someone looking around the cameras here. A roast chicken is like a real family meal. It's kind of a gathering meal, right? And that's a great one to try to cook or to want to cook. And it'll give you an excuse to have people over, right? Which is one of the greatest ways to gather is to cook a meal, right?
Definitely.
Okay, what else you got going on?
Creme brulee as a dessert, Juris.
Wow. Eurus.
Juris.
Eurus has now sent us exactly how to pronounce his name. Eurus is an amazing Academy member. Definitely in the running for a t-shirt, don't get me wrong. At Creme Brulee, though, how's that going to get the jiu-jitsu competition? I don't know. But that's okay. Maybe after the competition. So, cool. Any other dishes?
What have we got here?
How does it smell in here?
Smelling amazing. Smelling amazing, but I'm tearing up a little bit. I think it's the onions.
The onions, yeah, it could
Maybe
be.
I'm just excited.
Emotional.
I need to try this after.
Emotional. Okay, all right, very good stuff. Okay, good. So let me head back to the Cookalong and find out what's going on with the spices. Are we grinding these spices here?
Yeah, that is ready.
Okay, Gabby's grinding the spices. Can you tell me what it's like to eat at our house?
Well, we're very spoiled and lucky with such a wonderful talent mother. That's all I can say.
Wow, you're really laying it on there.
Buttering her up.
Buttering her up. She learned from the best here. No, we are very spoiled. We come home every night and our monkey butts are cooked for, right?
Yeah.
And we have really well cooked food. So yeah, we're super lucky. And you got, what are you grinding here? You got the spices really ground down.
Caveman style.
Really caveman style, yeah, mortaring and pestling. So, okay, very good. It's kind of funny because we sit down at the end of the day and like we talk at dinner, right, darling? And we like, I don't know, it's like an old thing that I remember doing with my parents, and like my dad would talk about that. And I remember when I first met Gabby, I would start asking her questions at the dinner table, right? Like, so tell me about your day. And she was like 6.
Yeah.
And you'd be like, in Bulgaria, they don't ask kids questions, right?
Yeah, you just always treated her like a grown-up.
And look what happened.
Yeah.
Now she is a grown-up. So, all right, how's that coming? That spice?
Pretty smooth.
Okay, good. All right, so babe, the chicken
Yeah.
does that poach pretty quick?
Yeah, that's good.
See, I'm always in touch with the protein. Like, I don't know if it's just the caveman in me or the former, lifting lots of weight, but I'm always like, where's the protein? That's the only thing I always think when I go to a restaurant. I'm like, where's the protein? Where's the steak? Where's the eggs? Where's the fish? So, but the lentils are protein as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so,
That's
the
gonna be
cook-along,
gross.
you're cooking along on your own over here. So what are you, am I talking too much? What are you doing here? We got coconut milk?
We added some chicken stock.
Okay. So chicken stock went in there?
Chicken stock and some coconut milk.
And coconut milk.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's
gonna
with...
let this simmer for a while.
Okay, so the lentils got like pre-cooked with all the spices.
Yeah.
And then, wow, that's actually looking like a curry. Go figure.
Yeah.
It's got that kind of beautiful, what is
Color?
it, green color.
Yeah.
So it's coconut milk, stock, and then the lentils.
Yeah.
And that's just going to kind of simmer away, and it's going to be golden, right?
We're gonna add the zest of a lime.
Okay. Okay. So that's zest of lime. Can you
Yeah.
show that to camera? Okay.
Zest of a lime.
So zest of lime, and what's that? A shot of Bulgarian vodka.
No, it's some lemon, lime juice.
Okay. Lime juice in there as well. Okay. And when do the spices go in?
They did go. Whoops. Yes, they're gonna go in now.
Did you forget the spices?
No,
No, we didn't.
I didn't. This is like the turmeric.
Are they
and the
ground
fenugreek.
up?
Yes, they're ground
Okay, so the
up.
spices are going in there
Okay.
now.
Yeah.
Gabby ground them.
Yeah.
So this is all happening in real time, right? It's not like one of the cooking shows where you just pull out the lentils, hence Cookalong, right?
Yep.
Okay, good. So that's gonna
Okay,
simmer.
That's it.
Okay.
We're done.
Yes, amazing. Okay, good. I just want to hear some of your thoughts on nutrition. It's something like we decided we were gluten free a couple of years ago, and Mariana kind of went all in, and now we are. But I was just wondering, at home, what do you find the difficult thing to do to cook for you? Is it hard cooking at home? Do you order takeaways? If you try to be like a certain type of eating, like if you try to go gluten-free, do you find that difficult? If you're a vegetarian, do you find that hard? I was just wondering, because we're going to do a future webinar purely on nutrition, but what is your kind of pain point when it comes to nutrition right now? I find it really hard when I go out to what we call the high street here in London. Most of the cooking shops, they just don't have food that's nutritious or good. But if you could just type in right now and tell me what's your biggest nutrition issue right now if it comes for eating at home or eating out. And I'm going to give you 30 seconds to type that in right now. So I'm going to leave you potentially with the flowers, and I'm going to try to find the cat as well.
Okay.
You doing chicken now?
I'm gonna do the sauce for the chicken.
Okay.
I'm gonna prepare it. Yeah.
Yeah.
What you think?
I'm giving him a minute to answer the question.
Oh.
It's helpful. All right, so now you're doing
Okay.
chicken.
Into the chicken.
All right, we're back now. Just doing a little close-up here of chicken.
Yes.
And so what are you doing here?
I'm just gonna prepare the chicken for the poaching. I'm gonna spice it up. I went to see the butchers today.
Butchers.
Butchers always make friends with the butchers. Tell them what you're gonna cook.
The Hampstead
explain
butchers are
the
really
Hampstead
helpful.
Butchers, and they're very helpful. They're very into the meat, and they always have like good tips and yeah, make friends with the butchers.
Okay, and what are you doing to these guys?
I'm just gonna season them.
Okay.
And
good.
I'm gonna prepare some chicken stock here.
Okay.
Chicken stock.
And Josh, stay on this camera, right?
Yeah, the other one.
Okay, cool. As long as the battery's doing good. All right, I'm gonna come back to chicken.
Okay.
Are any nutrition questions coming in?
Got John.
Or any thoughts? And by the way, this is fire at will when it comes to questions here, because we're doing this cook along. So while we're cooking in the background, but what were you saying that John was saying?
John Waterlow, man in Oxford, says
Yes.
that he finds it hard to get good quality food at affordable prices. So he started trying to buy some organic stuff, but instantly impacts the wallet.
Yeah, good question. And I'm guessing John's talking about for cooking at home, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you're going to buy organic pieces, it's all of a sudden 50% more expensive. Or something like that. By the way, first of all, big shout out to John Waterlow, amazing, one of the top members of the Academy. He's been posting, we have one ayahuasca blog so far, right? And I met John at the first meetup, which was 5 weeks ago from Friday. It seems like forever ago. John's a super cool dude, awesome, really positive energy on the Academy, and he's posting ayahuasca blogs because he's got an ayahuasca ceremony in September, I think, or October. So he's done one so far. He's a great vlogger, makes me look bad. Babe, do you have anything to say about that when you're buying organic food? Is it more expensive?
Yeah, it's really correct. Yeah, it prepares the point.
It does, yeah?
It does.
So yeah, it is more expensive. When it comes to Mike Dolce, he was a big fan of organic pieces, been a big guest on the show. He's also going to be speaking at the Masterminds talks in 25th to 27th of September. Dolce is just him and his wife. They're all about buy the organic. They're like spend the money. It's your body. All of that things. Now that's hard to balance with a budget, but he's just like with chicken, do it. With the vegetables, just do it. But John, you make a really good point there. The only thing I could say is if you're cooking at home, usually buying that organic chicken, it's going to be what, baby? It's going to be £6 instead of 5. So it's like
Up to 10.
Is it up to 10? Okay, I think you can make it stretch a little bit more if you're cooking at home, because you can cook a roast chicken for yourself and eat that over 3 meals or that kind of thing. So it's a good point, John. If anyone has any other thoughts on that on organic, let us know. But like I remember Dolce talking about that. So yeah.
Eurus as well says he's been gluten free since he was 12, but he's kind of in a bit of a he's a bit stuck while cooking, so he's struggling to get the variety, and he's just rotating 2 or 3 dishes the whole time.
Okay, wow. Now that's a question we can answer. Let me go talk to the authority. Okay, so it was Eurus. His question was, he's been gluten-free since 12 years old, huh?
Yeah.
Wow. Hold on one second. And I got him. Oh, I got him. All right, well, we're going to get to your question in 1 second. This is the one wreaking havoc around the house. He was kind of freaking out. Dre before because he was running around. This is Gizmo. He is a what kind is he, baby? A ragdoll?
Ragdoll.
So when I do things like the overhead press here, he's not really that bothered. And he actually sits at the table when we eat, and he lays down, and there's really no way getting him around it. So we have a pet on our table.
Yes.
Is that how you run your household, babe? Yeah. Okay, so he's a ragdoll. He's pretty cool. He steals the show. So I just wanted to grab him for once.
He's so mellow.
Yeah, he's mellow. All right, we should get back to Eurus's question. Right. All right, so that was he's hard to catch sometimes. So there you go. Gluten-free. Babe, this is a great thing because when we moved in together, what, almost 3 years ago? 3 years. Crazy. Anyways, we went gluten-free, and you had to get creative. So Eurus has said he's rotating 2 or 3 recipes, which is tricky. How do you keep it fresh when it comes to gluten-free?
I guess you
You
have
do it
to
every night.
Yeah, but you have to prepare. It's like
What are your gluten-free options?
Well,
Okay, I'll tell you. Rice she does really well. She does potatoes in all forms. She does rice noodles with all of the Asian dishes she does. She does rice-based pasta with all of those dishes. You do a great mashed potato as well, really good. You have one of those mashers that pushes them through like these little tiny holes and it comes out really fluffy. You don't really have to add a lot of cream or anything like that. You like potatoes in different forms.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's probably it when it comes to that, right? But I don't feel like we're ever lacking. Rice, you mix it up in different ways. She makes a mean risotto. We have the rice cooker over here. Are we going to use the rice cooker later? So yeah, we got the rice cooker over here, a very simple piece of tech that we use all the time, and it just cranks away. I actually like rice. I like rice better than potatoes, don't I?
yeah, wild rice, brown rice,
I'm a big rice fan.
jasmine rice.
It always sits really well. Corn is an option, but again, I'm going back to Dolce. Dolce stays away from corn. I remember asking him, and I'm like, when he has his UFC fighters cutting weight, maybe it's because of the high fructose corn syrup or a lot of the bad press around corn in the States. But he's just like, I keep my fighters away from it. And so we don't really do many corn-based carbs here. I don't think we do. And I don't know. Look, I don't know about corn, but if Dolce says it, he probably knows what he's talking about, so we stay away from it. Am I answering Eurus's question?
Yeah.
Kind of, right? Yeah. So I guess what you're avoiding really is flour-based pastas. You're avoiding bread. You're avoiding different forms of bread. When we have tacos, we have corn tortillas. So I guess that's a corn-based carb. Yeah, how's that? All right, how's that for an explanation? Here we go. Going in for wow.
Apparently get some iron out of it as well.
Iron, really?
Yeah, into your bloodstream.
Okay.
Yep.
So explain what you're doing here.
So when you Google poached chicken recipe on the online, it's just the chicken looks so pasty and has no color. So I like to grill ours before poaching it.
Right, this is what I'm talking about, detail. So she grills it on the cast iron piece before she poaches it, so it has some flavor and some color.
Yep.
But look at this. This is like absolutely gorgeous to watch.
I have the liquid here that's going to be poached in.
Okay.
We have the chicken stock, we have the thyme, and I squeeze the lemon.
Okay,
So
your hands
that's
on the way.
just simmering
okay.
here.
Okay, chicken stock, thyme, and you squeeze the lemon.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're going to poach it in that stock.
Yeah, I'm going to poach
Now,
it
for
in
people
that.
that never heard of poaching before, how would you describe poaching? What is it?
Well, the chicken ends up more juicy and just the flavor is more intense. And we do like strong flavors in our house.
Right.
I'd say we eat quite spicy, so that's gonna give it a kick.
Okay. Good. I like it. Okay, so, and the lentils are cooking here, right? Okay, so the lentils, whoa. Okay, lentils are jamming. Chicken's being poached. The boys are getting hungry, I think. The place is steaming a little bit. There we go. All right, I'm gonna take 2 seconds out. I'm gonna go grab Dre over here, who's recharging. Dre, I'm gonna stop you in the middle of things and just ask you for quick Academy update. What's going on? We see all sorts of cool features. The speed's really jamming when it comes to the live comments. Anything people should know about, or anything in general going on in the Academy?
So it should be much faster now. The live commenting system is down to 1 minute refresh, so they can really engage during episodes, during webinars. You're able to chat real time with people and really see that going. So that's quite good. And I'm quite happy with the speed that we got it at. People can browse it and sort of go around without too much trouble anymore.
Yeah, and replying on the activity feed and liking, thumbs up, it goes really fast.
Yeah, it's working really fast. And there's going to be more improvements around that coming soon. So the activity feed should look a lot cleaner and allow you to really engage with people over content and over topics.
Good. Good. Yeah, the activity feed is kind of where I go. It's where I encourage you all to post things and kind of see what's going on. The timeline's good too for new content, but the activity feed's really good. And again, your profile has everything. If you're a founding member of the Academy, you can send friend requests to everyone and you can see the activity feed. If you're not, then you can't, but you can just see the full episodes for free, that kind of thing. And Dre's working on a whole new web redesign, which is going to blow everyone's mind. But right now, I'd say the system's working really functionally. And
yeah, we're adding small tweaks. Like we've expanded the profile options. So if you go on your profile, you won't see sort of the changes until you click edit. But when you click edit, you'll be able to see new fields you can fill in. Most importantly, you can fill in who your accountability buddies are. So you should fill that in with the username of the person that you're working on your accountability, on your money, on your body, and what's the last one?
Money, meditation, yeah, exactly. And I just put those fields in today, and like Mark and Louise filled them out. And you can see their profile changed on the activity feed.
On it.
So they're on it. So important to fill those out. And also because Nora's going to be coming in and she's going to be checking to see if you have them. And if not, she's going to try to hook you up. And like I said, just look at Louise and Mark. All you need to know is with the buddies, I think that's where it gets really powerful.
Yeah. One little thing that I added, if you've got a really sort of unwieldy username because your Twitter name was really long or something like that, you can change your username. There's a little option inside profile under settings. Only use it if you really have to change your username because it's a little bit untested. I think it works fine. Most people that I've had go through it had no problems, but don't do it just willy-nilly.
Cool. And you mean your normal name works there anyways. It's just if you want to change your username. Okay. Awesome stuff. Anything else?
I think that's about it for now.
That's about it for now. Okay, cool. So that stuff's happening. We're always listening. There's a group for this. If you want to post us bug fixes, there's a feedback button. Or tell Nora. She'll be all over it. She'll be telling us and hooking up. But we're constantly just working on making that better. Right?
Definitely.
Okay, all right. Let's go back and see how the cooking's going on here. Babe, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so what's going on? Okay, let me see. Yeah, I want to see this. Okay, explain what's going on in here.
Okay. We have them here. They're simmering like in that
So if you explain what's going on. So yeah, so go ahead, tell me.
So we have the chicken breast in the oven. I set it up on 200 degrees Celsius and we're going to leave them there for about 20 minutes.
Nice. And this is that poached taste where it's like you slice in and it's like really juicy. Because it has all like the water and the broth in there. And I'm telling you, I used to think grilled chicken was it. But grilled chicken is dry and boring, right?
Yeah, pulled chicken is the best.
It's the money. And that with the lentils, with the ultra spice. We got the rice. So Eurus, you can do this. Baby, how are you flavoring the rice? Eurus was asking about different options. How are you doing it?
Well, lately I've been quite like actually toasting some cumin seeds in the pan. Just toast them. Also saffron, if you do the rice with saffron, gives it that beautiful yellow color, and it's yeah, goes well with everything. And I use chicken stock because of the roast chicken on Sunday. I always make my own chicken stock and vegetable stock. It's just the base. It's like Anthony Bourdain says, it's like it's all about the stock. And if you make the rice with the chicken stock.
Anthony Bourdain, Kitchen Confidential, if you go in there, he's like, it's all about stocks and using butter. And what's the other thing he says? Shallots.
Shallots.
That's how
Yeah.
chefs do it. And it's true. She makes homemade stock on the chicken, the roast chicken on Sunday, and she uses it throughout the week. And like the risotto is like money in the bank. And you never would have thought. I would have never thought stock.
The stock is the best.
Yeah, so like those little things make a big difference, and yeah, keep me happy. They keep me coming home from the studio, right?
And something else.
Oh yeah, you too. Okay, all right, that's good. Okay, good. So we're doing that. The rice is going. We're just gonna poach the eggs, and we're gonna be done here. Julian, is there any other comments or questions?
We got a question about salt and pepper. How much are you adding of each?
Minimum.
Okay, so salt and pepper was the question. How much did she add in each? And the answer is.
Well, I'm cooking. You have to taste it. It really depends. I'm trying to put it on the minimum.
Okay.
But it's entirely up to your taste.
Okay, good question. I guess we've got so many different spices here that there's a lot of power going on, so I'm guessing you might not feel the need to add salt and pepper here. When it comes to food, you know, funny enough, ever since my ayahuasca experience, I just kind of watched my salts because I had to go without salt for 10 days each time in the diet, and now I find that I don't need salt if I don't think I need it, so if I go without it, sometimes I can taste the flavors, whether in the past I was always like pile it on, pile it on, pile it on. But when I'm having steaks, then I put the salt on, which Julian's slowly learning about salt. This monkey's back in the fold as well. What do you think of the fact that we're live streaming all this from our house?
Live stream?
Yeah.
Hi!
You didn't know? Do you think Good Mythical Morning could do this? No, they couldn't do this. That's a challenge to
I
you
could do
guys.
that.
No, you could do that? By the way, if Good Mythical Morning is coming to London, we'd love to talk to you guys. She's very impressed by what you guys do. So, what do you think of the stream? We're taking over the kitchen. We're going to be done soon, but what do you think? Are you impressed with our production?
Very.
Yeah?
It's very professional.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yep, it is professional. All right, so, well, good. Babe, what's the last piece? Is it the egg poaching?
Yeah, no, we're gonna, yeah.
This is the part that I'm not good at. Like, if you told me I had to soft boil or poach an egg, I would be like, I don't know how to do that without like a device.
Softly boil it.
Okay.
And to flavor your eggs, it's a little trick there. You can keep a truffle between them, and that gives a really nice flavor.
Okay, so we're gonna put a truffle here between the egg at the very end, right? Oh, so that's a truffle. So let's see the truffle. Will you show it to the screen? Put it right up there. There's a truffle.
Alien-like.
Is this one of the things that they find, like pigs find under the thing, or is this a different kind of truffle?
Pigs.
Okay, yeah, so I think that's one of the things they find in the woods. It's a really strong flavor, and you slice it really closely, right? Is that how you put it on there?
Oh, you just keep it whole. Keep it whole.
You eat it whole?
No, you slice it in the risotto.
Oh, right.
It's really nice, and also on the scrambled eggs.
And the scrambled eggs. All right, so you're going to poach these now?
Are
you gonna wait until it
softly
boils?
boil them, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Okay. All right, very good. All right, we're going to play it here in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. It's a cook-along. We're doing it in real time. How's our time doing? We have like about 50 minutes or something? We're keeping it pretty good. Let me know if you like these out of the studio webinars. We might do more of them. A lot of people are telling us about Periscope lately, but we kind of been Periscoping for a while, right? Because we're like live streaming in all these different places. But this was a great idea to kind of try this. I hope you're getting something out of this. I want to know, for the people that are cooking along at home, is this actually working? How have we done on instruction? Julian, is there any feedback?
A couple of people have said, could we get a recipe on there as well? Make it a little bit easier to cook along. So we'll post a recipe.
Yeah, okay. Because we posted the ingredients and we didn't post a recipe, right?
yeah.
Okay, all right, good. So live and learn. Every webinar we learn. So next time we're going to post the recipe underneath in the comments, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. Because I think we kind of zipped through the cooking process, right?
A little bit.
A little bit. But I think it was pretty basic. It was onions in the oil, slice up the spices, put those in. And then it was coconut milk, right, babe?
Yeah.
And then it was stock. And then it was curry spices after.
It's okay. It's okay.
Either way.
Go along.
Either way, we got them in there. And rice is going, chicken's poaching, and then the eggs. Eggs are poaching as well?
No, we're going to softly boil.
Okay, we're softly boiling the eggs. I'm just going to go in there and hit them up right now. Here we go. So here they are. Bumping like that.
Yeah, I'll put one more.
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Okay, good. Someone asked me about the gluten-free issue. So, like, we were talking about being gluten-free, but we didn't really talk about why, did we?
No.
So, why go gluten-free? That's a great question. And I think the gluten-free gets thrown around a lot these days, and people don't know why. People have had like gluten allergies for a long time. And actually, there's a really good article in the New York Times recently that had someone, they went to Italy and they wanted to go gluten-free, and they thought, I'm in Europe, like there's no way anyone's going to cater to what people might see as a high-maintenance, food diet issue, or maybe an ultra-American issue. But actually, in Italy, Dre knows this because you live there, I mean, they're very actually sensitive to people that are gluten tolerant. And apparently when you go in for like the gelato, they'll have like a gluten-free one, and they'll even have like a different thing to scrape it out. And apparently the place where pasta is king, they actually have a lot of gluten-free options. So,
well, yeah, because if you have a gluten intolerance there, you'd otherwise be pretty screwed.
Right, Dre says it well. If you have a gluten intolerance in Italy, or a pig intolerance, you might have a really hard time there. So go out of their way. So why no question? Again, I'm going back to the ayahuasca diet. I think that's when I stopped for once, but I avoided it. So it's not like I've got anything bad to say about gluten. One thing I think gluten does really well is if you want a source of calories, like if you were in Mesopotamia, like in 2000 BC, unreal. I just don't get anyone that tells me it's a great thing to do. I know Rogan went gluten-free a couple years ago, and he was like, I went from being the fat Rogan to like not being the fat Rogan just by that one step. And I really think that if you just cut it out, you're gonna drop a lot of weird kind of unnecessary pounds, and you just might feel better. Again, I just feel better after I eat the gluten-free pasta, but you do have to go out of your way, and sometimes you miss a slice of pizza, right? Dre's looking at me funny over here. He's like, sometimes you miss a slice of pizza, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there are some gluten options and pasta every now and then is good. The gluten-free pizza is pretty bad out there, right? I'm not going to name any franchise names here in London, Pizza Express, but it's not very good. And so, like, there's not usually a good option. But, baby, I think we could make gluten-free pizza at home, right?
I'm determined.
She's determined to do it. I've actually got the gas grill upstairs, and I think you can make pizza on the grill and then just get it really hot. Franco Manca just opened up nearby, which is a great London-based, really good kind of Napoli's pizza chain, but they don't have it as an option. So sometimes that's the only way to get gluten, and it tastes good. But I would say give it a try and see how you feel. I just think it's a good option, right?
Yes.
Yeah? Okay. All right, good. Almost done poaching here. Julian, let me know if there's any other comments coming from the crew.
I hate blogging.
Adriana said Mariana should start her own blog. What do you say about that?
Thank you. I love cooking, but I hate blogging.
However,
Maybe.
someone knows your blog because they posted it in here. So.
You're busted! Tell them about your blog.
Well, it's a gourmet journal. I'm working on a few recipes, and I'll update it very soon. I have quite a stack up to update. I've been experimenting and going why you need to do that and why you need to adapt that. It just I've been researching so.
mygourmetjournal.com, and it's amazing and brought to you by Squarespace. Yeah, that was just for free, guys.
Question: Do you have a YouTube channel?
No.
Second question: do you have a YouTube channel?
No. He does the talking in the family. I think one YouTuber is enough.
No
Right?
No channel yet.
I think you should have your own channel, darling. You actually on My Gourmet Journal, you posted a roast chicken video, so she has posted. But maybe she sees what a YouTube channel does to you. It makes you crazy. It makes you megalomaniac style. It makes you make people do things they don't want to do. So maybe you want to stay away from that. Baby, somebody asked me a question. They asked, how did we meet?
Oh, how did? Okay, I shall let you answer this.
No. Go ahead, baby. You can tell.
It's okay. It's okay. No, you should answer that.
I met Mariana when I was buying a dress
For his girlfriend.
for my girlfriend.
Yes. Well, you broke up and 6 months later we went out.
That's the popular version of what happened.
That's the truth.
Okay. Yeah, so that's the truth. That's what happened. I was at Dolce & Gabbana shopping for a dress, apparently for my girlfriend. Maybe it was for me. It's none of your business. And I met her. She was working there at the time, and it was obviously love at first sight that way. And I thought she was all right too. And then when I had broken up, I came back, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. He kept coming back, so I knew he's gonna ask me. It was just a question of time.
Took me 6 months.
6 months, yeah. I gave him 6 months.
That's before I knew to go where the fear is. Right?
Yeah.
And there you go. How long have we been together, babe?
Been together about 7 years now.
7 years.
The happiest
What
of your
the hell?
life.
What the hell? Happiest of my life. My longest relationship ever, right? But I mean, seriously, look at the food. No.
I didn't cook until we moved in together. He didn't know that I can cook.
True, this is all big
He
bonus.
was doing the cooking for 4 years.
I was doing the grilling, which apparently isn't cooking. Okay, that's good. Almost back to the food. Baby, I got one other question for you, and this is a serious question, kind of, as if my questions aren't serious. What do you think of London Real?
I think what you started is absolutely amazing. You changed people's lives for better. And people were improving and growing and questioning, and that amazing community that everyone is gravitating around is just amazing. I haven't seen it anywhere else.
I haven't either. It's amazing. That's a really good
It's
answer,
their
babe.
own magic on itself.
It does have this
Just
crazy magic.
attracts the coolest people.
She tuned into the Tribe Talk last night, and I came home and I was like, baby, did you catch that? And she was like, yes. It was amazing.
Yes.
Right? And what do you think when me and the boys are like cranking away, like day and night? Julian's laughing over there, Dre's too. And we're just cranking away. We must look like madmen over there in that studio. What do you think, babe?
Yeah, I get the vibe could be very intense in the studio.
Julian's laughing over there.
Gets a little crunchy.
Crunchy. It gets crunchy.
It's a little crunchy sometimes. Okay, so do you think we're a little crazy, or?
Baby, you always take the high road, and you're professional. You're perfectionist, whatever you do. So, I trust you.
She's super supportive, super. So that's always really nice. And I come home and there's good food, and she's always really supportive. So I recently had Esther Perel in, who is an expert in relationships and sex and infidelity and everything. And at the end, she told me, you should tell Mariana that you really appreciate the fact that she allows you to go into the studio and be your best. And that she's like encouraging you to go in. And she's not like, what are you doing, honey? Why aren't you spending time with me? She's like encouraging you to go just be your best. And I was just thinking to myself, she knows that, Esther, right?
Yes, I do know that. But he came home and he told me very slowly that he really appreciates me.
I listen to Esther. It's true.
Yeah.
And baby, I do appreciate it. And thank you so much for supporting me and everything we're doing. And cooking as well.
I don't do it for you, I do it for the guys out there.
Really? For the Academy? What? All right. Okay, look, I'm wrapping this thing up. Are we almost ready to plate this? I think that's what they call it, right? Plating? Yeah. Is this, I think we're going slightly over our hour mark, right?
It's okay.
But we're like cooking away. A few other
Some
comments.
people are super impressed at the fact that you're cleaning as you're cooking. And I have to say, this kitchen here is cleaner mid-meal than my kitchen has ever been.
Yeah?
Look at this.
Yeah, it is
See me
spotless.
cleaning? Where
Yeah.
they can see me from?
They can see you washing the utensils and
Where
everything.
from? Which camera is on?
They're always watching.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're always streaming, babe. Yeah, that kitchen is remarkably clean.
It's a key, clean. Yeah, working clean.
Baby, you kind of got this 50s housewife thing going on. You know, you got the hair and the makeup and the heels, and you're like Mad Men. You're like, and here's your dinner, honey. You kind of got that vibe going on here.
Yeah?
I don't know if that's a smile or a, I'm gonna get you later smile. So okay, so they noticed that. Anything else?
Tidy as you go.
Tight as you go. All right. Well, if you notice any other comments, let me know. This has been a lot of fun. I hope you've enjoyed seeing the house, meeting the kitty. We put Gabby on film. She was pretty good, right? Mm-hmm. And seeing the neighbors. Actually, my neighbor next door. He's really cool. But I went out to the balcony and I'm like, he's like, Brian, how are you? I'm like, I'm great. We're gonna film a live webinar here in about 5 minutes. And he looked at me like, Like, what are you talking about? And so then when I went out with the camera, they scampered off the balcony. So everyone's camera shy. Why? I don't know why. Thanks, Peace. And now you got to see the home, the man cave. This is just kind of how we do it here. And for me, you kind of see me in the studio, and then I'm back here every night, and it's always good to sit down with the family. Again, the mealtime is really important for me. I try to pry all the information I can out of Gabby, which as she gets older is just
Oh, tell me, how was your day? No.
don't ever ask that to an 11-year-old girl because they don't want to hear it. So I don't ask her that anymore. I just find other ways to ask that same question. Right? So for me, the cooking is really important because it gives us all a chance to sit down. I always tell Mariana, like, every now and then, in a blue moon, it rarely happens, baby, unless there's like a power failure. Every now and then, a takeaway is ordered in the house. I demand it because she's working so hard. She's passing out. And when we have a takeaway in this house, it doesn't feel right. Right, babe? Like, you can't smell things. It just feels like, actually, it feels like we're just a lousy family, right?
Yeah.
We sit around
It's
and
a
there's like,
cop-out.
it's a cop-out, right? And there's like boxes and we're like, we don't feel like the family time. And then she didn't spend her time on it. We don't feel her love in the food. And so it's like, it's weird. And I complain, of course, don't I?
Yeah.
Because I know how good I got it. So, but yeah, it's about the food and love. And baby, that's funny. I was actually over at Alex and Mimi Icon's house for dinner this week, and they cooked for me actually. And Alex is a really good cook, and Mimi was like, "There's love in the food," and she's like, "If you ever go to a restaurant that might be really nice, but the food's not so good, it's just because like there was no love in the food. And you might go to a really cheap like mom and pop restaurant, but the food's really good." And she's like, "That's because there's love in the food, and that could be like love in like a caring sense, or they chose the ingredients, or someone just really went out of their way to prepare it, or it could be some kind of a weird kind of form of love." But like, I was really feeling Mimi's vibe. I was like, I know exactly what you're talking about, right, babe? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And like your Mariana's roast chicken, like on Sunday, it'll like have all the little things that she thought about and spent like an hour on that we'll just like eat in our bellies. But like, we know that there was some love going on in there. So that's fantastic. Speaking of the icons, they're both going to be speaking at the London Real Masterminds 2015. I'm so excited. I was over at their house speaking about what they're going to present. Every one of the speakers is doing a pre-prepared 20-minute TED Talk that they're working on right now. So it's like not going to be like, "Hey, how you doing? And let me answer some questions." It's going to be like a serious, like mine, TED Talk where they're going to like talk about something important. Mimi's got an amazing topic, which is the basis of a book she's writing. Alex got another amazing topic. The fact that they happen to be married is more coincidence. They both, on each of their own right, are amazing speakers. Mimi's episode is going to come out, and it's going to blow everybody away, right? Mimi's episode with me and her is just incredible. So you're going to see she is a force to be reckoned with when it comes to like making statements. So super excited to have them on, right?
Yeah.
Very excited about that. I'll be telling you more about the masterminds on the Tribe Talk next week on Tuesday. I'll be talking all about the masterminds. You can ask me questions. I'll be going deep into it. Maybe we should do another AMA for the masterminds too, to the public or something like that. So a lot of questions there right now to get and find out about the masterminds. If you're on the Academy, it's on the left nav bar. Click masterminds. You can find out all about it, who's speaking. And if you have more questions, you can ask on the chat right now. Yasmin, she can answer all your questions, or send me an email, always brian@londonreal.tv. Baby, I'm hungry.
Okay, I'm serving.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're peeling the eggs, right?
Hot.
Oh, it's hot. Okay, all right. So we're almost ready. We got the rice. We got the lentils. We got the chicken in the oven. And what else we got going on? Yeah, rice, right? So basic 3 forms of protein, right, babe?
Yeah.
Which I like. And funny enough, Jamie Alderton said you need what? 1 gram of protein for every pound of lean muscle mass is usually the piece. And then Louise posted today, she's like, that means I need 126 grams of protein a day. I know it might seem like a lot, but you really should go out of your way to find protein. And one of the things that Jamie said that was really smart is that think protein first. And Dre knows this. Dre knows this from back in the day, right? From lifting and gaining a lot of weight. So protein first, I think it's a great idea. When you go to think about what am I going to eat today, be like, oh, fish, chicken, beef, or lentils. Think protein first, get that sorted, and then let the other stuff come in. I think it's a great way of thinking. So for here, we have egg protein, lentil protein, and chicken protein. And Dre, don't get me wrong, you probably want to mix your protein sources, right?
Oh yeah, you'll get bored real quick otherwise.
forward, and I think it's also good for just to mix the different types of protein, some of the different amino acids you might get from a plant-based protein. Your stomach might incorporate it better, that kind of thing. So really good. It's the way we think. Looks like we're getting a plate going on here. So there you go. Any of the final pieces? We got next week's webinar happening. What is next week's webinar? Tell me, Jillian. Yeah, you can check on that for me. I believe it's on Wednesday. We're going to double check. We might actually have an episode booked, which means we might have to move it. But I think right now it's on. We're just double checking because I think we've got somebody coming through for next week. Also, we've got a big meetup on Friday at the studio. We won't be streaming it live, although maybe we should. But we'll be taking pictures. There'll be another 10 amazing founding members coming to the studio. Last time we did it, it was just incredible, right? Trey, it was like the vibe was so cool, right? The last meetup we did. So, and we're going to be posting the August meetup shortly and the September meetup. We just want to make sure people have time to kind of grab those spots because they do go quick. We barely got 10 people in the studio, but we want to have that vibe. And we're doing drinks afterwards, right? Did we find a venue? Yeah, we actually, since it's sunny and since it's still summertime, we're going to do Shortage Grind again. And I think we should do, for anyone that wants to meet us there, let's say 9:30. And meet us outside of Shortage Grind if you want to hook up with us. For the other people, you'll be meeting us at the studio. Usual grab you. We'll send you a message. We'll also send you the survey. We would really appreciate if you'd fill out. We'll send you that tomorrow morning. And then you can fill that out. We're going to have a great time. It's really cool everyone in the studio, and it's kind of special. Jesus, baby.
Voila.
Okay, this, baby, explain this
Yep.
beautiful creation. Let's just get down here and look at this thing. Oh my gosh, this is like, we need still photos. There it is. Wow. Okay. Baby, explain this wonderful
So
creation.
we have the eggs, they're softly boiled.
Yeah. Egg.
And we have the rice, the curry on the top, and the chicken breast. So it's...
Wow. Amazing. And look at the chicken. You can tell it's been poached because it really has that plump juiciness. Julian is he's circling the food now like a hawk. And wow, you see the lentils there, they're really packed with flavor. The eggs are really soft boiled, right? Beautiful. That's just an amazing dish. I mean, like when I come home to that is just like amazing training food. It's beautiful. The colors, baby, take a bow.
Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for joining us, and thank you for giving me your time.
That's very nice. Thank you for giving us your time. What does it feel like when you can plate something like that nice?
Oh, it's a win.
Really?
Yeah.
Taking a bow, huh? Wow, that is actually amazing. Okay, well there you go. That's poached chicken, curried lentils
Over rice.
over rice with the
Softly boiled eggs.
softly boiled egg. And the curry spices again were turmeric.
Turmeric, fenugreek seeds, coriander seeds, cumin seeds, and cardamom pods.
And cardamom pods. And let me just get one more look over here of that thing. Okay, boom. Julian's. Oh yeah? Okay, oh, Periscope. Look for it. Okay, there's an overhead. There you go. And on Periscope, look.
It's dead.
Oh, it's dead. Okay. So there we go. Is that game time then?
Yeah.
Are we wrapping this up? Yeah. What a beautiful meal, babe. You did great. How was it?
It was fun. Actually, it was so much fun. Thank you.
Right? Are you addicted to live streaming now?
Can we do it again?
Are you gonna do another one sometime? Maybe.
Maybe.
Maybe. Okay, I think we should totally do that. What's the next dish? Maybe. What's one of your favorites? Roast chicken. You were gonna do the salmon at one point as well, right?
It's gotta be the roast chicken.
Okay. Final bit of advice to people out there who are like, I don't cook. I never know how to cook. I don't know where to start. I can't even fry an egg. What do you tell people as far as what they should do? Or
Well, you have to know how old is the egg to fry it. But everybody can cook. I believe everybody can draw and everybody can cook, and just start very simple of like making really. There's so much information out there, like a simple scrambled eggs with butter. It's amazing with some chives on the top, and just there are recipes simple out there that you can cook. You just find the confidence. It's one of those things, oh, I can't do that. No, you can do everything you want to do. You just have to do it, like Dan Pena said.
just effing do it.
Yeah.
Dan Pena. And speaking of that, mentors, how to find a mentor next week, or how to dodge a mentor, how to, make sure, no, how to find a mentor next week. We've all had mentors in our life. I've had many. You probably had some that you didn't even know about. And the greats are always finding mentors. We had a guest on recently that was always talking about finding mentors. Julian, who was that? I'm trying to think of someone that was always like, oh, Joe DeSena. Joe DeSena, like, his life story is the story of the mentors he found. And like, he didn't find them in conventional ways. One guy he found climbing up the stairs in his bank. So it's like the mentors will script the way in your life. And if I look back, you probably had 5 or 6 mentors in your life. So I'm going to talk about how to find one. It's not what you think. It doesn't involve ever asking anyone, can you be my mentor? That's the biggest mistake people make. And the other thing it doesn't involve is buying someone a cup of coffee. I talked a little bit about this on my other webinar, but I'll be going into that more, and how to make contact as well. So we talk about super excited, baby. You are the and this keeps me eating well for at least another year at this point, right?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Baby, thank you. Thanks for opening up your kitchen to us. I really appreciate it. The boys are super hungry. They're about to devour this. And I think we're going to sign off. Yeah, guys? We good?
We're good.
Okay, just want to thank Dre for making it happen. All happening in the stream in the corner. Julian. And of course, the cat. And this is like the pose that we're going to get here. Once we start eating, he just owns it. He's like a lion, and he likes to just dominate space and things like that. So, all right, that's it. Day in the life of the Rose household. This is literally what happens here every night. It's all pretty simple and pretty basic. So thanks so much for tuning in. Awesome to have you. Thanks for making the comments. I hope you were able to cook, or you can cook right after this. Thanks for all the love. Mark and Louise, congratulations on the T-shirts. We would love to see any of you change in your game, and it's really just about the cool people on the academy. Like I said to you the other day, Julian, I don't think we really ever expected this kind of awesomeness to happen this quick. And so, it's come to be a part of it. It's hard to explain until you're in there, but like the amount of awesome things going between the people is just incredible. So sign up now. If you're in through, send me a direct message, and I will even personally help you with your goals. Would love to do that. And babe, thanks for cooking. And now can we eat?
Yeah.
Yes? All right. Signing off. We'll see you later. Be good to each other. All right? Peace.